Hello, YouTube followers. Today I'm going to talk about motivation, meditation, and inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So today I'm going to go ahead and talk about, for my motivation, is going to be about when we look at focusing and we can actually see that what we're focusing on is actually a place of growth, that we can motivate ourselves to continue to move forward. Now, as we continue to see who we are and we start to identify that the things that we do in our days make us great, we can actually see that the place that we are is a beautiful thing. So, my story of the day is looking at how we can focus to the point where we become disciplined. So, as we focus, we have the ability to utilize motivation in such a way that we find ourselves. We give ourselves the ability to see that no matter what's going on around us, we are always growing. We give ourselves the ability to grow from within, and the strength inside of ourselves starts to become a reflection outwards. Now, as we continue to grow, we're going to have weaknesses and strengths. So as we utilize our focus into a positive attitude, we give ourselves the ability to continue to grow. As we continue to grow, we have the ability to focus on the things that will bring joy to us. One of the best places of motivation is when you start to recognize the things that you're doing and the person you are becoming is great. So as you become the greatest reflection of the strength that you have inside yourself, it will show on the outside. So ask yourself if you are showing the strength that you have, if you are voicing yourself, if you're giving yourself the ability to grow from inside of you, if the things that you're doing in your day are giving you the ability to become that best reflection of yourself. Seeing this will give you the ability to have the discipline to grow from within you. When you understand that elevating your mind to a place of focus and allowing yourself to have the knowledge to gain, you put yourself in a place of best growth. When we have the ability to grow from within ourselves, the reflection shows in the strength that we have inside of ourselves. When we recognize that we are great, when we see this inside of ourselves, the things that we do in our day give us the ability to become motivated. And this is very important for us to see inside of ourselves so that we can have the strength to go forward and actually grow from within us. So as we look at the ability to utilize this, we can see that motivation is a very important part of our everyday. So ask yourself, what motivates you in your day? How can I become more motivated? What things I can do to become closer to being motivated? And how can I be motivation for other people? So as I ask myself this, I see that the simplicity in utilizing the things that I have and that I was gifted with, I can use these things to motivate other people to continue to put themselves in the best place. When we see this and we put positivity out there and we become positive inside, the strength and the reflection from the inside of ourselves will show through. So no matter the situation that's going on around us, the beauty inside of ourselves becomes a reflection on the outside. When we identify this, we see that motivation is actually a place of focus. When we utilize the focus, we have the ability to meet it at the intersection. So I want to motivate us all to become more focused so that we can become disciplined. So discipline is the intersection between focus and knowledge. When we utilize focus, we can push ourselves in a way and choose to think on positivity. When we put ourselves in that kind of a place where positivity is the thing that we allow, we identify that for each action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if we choose to identify that everything is happening in our favor, we become stronger from the inside. Next, I'm going to go ahead and talk about meditation. So, a part of meditation is giving yourself the ability to continue to grow from within. When you give yourself this kind of time to breathe and you give yourself this time to learn from you, you can see that the place inside of yourself is a place of self-growth. When we grow and we give ourselves the ability to breathe, we also gain the knowledge through utilizing the focus, which is part of motivating ourselves to grow. Growth is not always easy. In fact, there are a lot of times when growth is hard. When we learn that the knowledge is real and we grow from within ourselves, we give ourselves the ability to become strong inside. We free our mind to gain the lesson that's inside and elevate ourselves to a place where knowledge and focus are. The center between the two of these is called discipline. So when we understand that knowledge and focus are utilized, meditation is a place of discipline. So as we use the discipline inside of ourselves to actually teach us how to use the lessons that we have learned, the inhaling breath and the exhaling breath being like the inhale being the student and the exhale being the teacher, and the still breath being the classroom. So when we use these things in our favor and we utilize them, we actually start to become teachers of ourselves. Now, as you learn from the beautiful lessons that you have inside of you, you can see that they definitely are very important. They give you the ability to tackle your everyday. They give you the ability to understand that your choices that you choose are there for your favor, and that positivity is a very good angle to choose to vibrate from. Now, as we can see this and as we grow inside of ourselves, our breath will actually start to identify the strength that we have inside of ourselves, and the strength that we have inside of ourselves becomes a reflection on the outside. Meditation helps you to grow closer to the honest person that you are inside yourself. This is why meditation can give you the ability to focus at a greater depth. Understanding that these things are very utilizable give you the ability to have the joy, which is a higher level of knowledge, that focusing will make you disciplined. So as you utilize the inhale and the exhaling breath, you gain the strength on the inside and the reflection on the outside. So the beauty that you have inside of yourself shows through. Utilizing the true person that you are inside yourself, meditation can be used in a sense to understand yourself and to grow and to see the situations that are going on around us are working in our favor. The knowledge of learning from oneself is a beautiful thing, and that we all have the ability to become learned of the knowledge that we have inside of ourselves. Thinking of how this works, we find that it is a great place, and that the things that we are going through in our every single day are actually there. It's up to us to choose that they are going to become positive. Understanding that focusing enough and utilizing the knowledge are the only things that truly matter, utilizing the breath's inhale and the breath's exhale, and the center being you. So when you're able to center yourself and you're able to become one inside the classroom as the student and the teacher, we understand that all things are great and that all lessons are available to us through learning from them. Lastly, I'm going to talk about inspiration. So, my inspiration for today is to grow closer to yourself so that way you can inspire others and bring them with you. So, as we become a reflection of who we are inside, and as we show others through our own example of the knowledge that we have inside of ourselves, when we utilize this knowledge and we utilize the person that we are inside of ourselves, others will start to see, and the beauty inside of you will show as a reflection outwards. As they see this reflection showing outwards, they will become inspired. And as we inspire one another to do the best to become the reflection we are inside, it will show on the strength on the outside, and the joy that we have all together will become great. As we go through beautiful times and beautiful challenges, we see that these are great times for growth. The growth inside of ourselves and inspiration that we can use from our every single day lessons that we have will help other people to grow too. As we help one another through bringing us all to elevate ourselves to a level of focus and knowledge, we'll start to see that the person that we are inside is great. The strength that we have inside of ourselves is something special that comes from the lessons and experiences that we have been through. As always, it's not what you don't have. It's what you do have and what you do with what you got. As you see that you are great, as you see that the person you are inside of yourself is knowledgeable and that you can focus, you will gain the discipline to become the most beautiful reflection of who you truly are inside. So I want to inspire us all to start to strengthen this part, to start to write stuff down, to start to put yourself in a place of practice and a place of practicing and focusing on the things that will bring you to be that best person you are inside, to center yourself so that you can see who you are as beautiful, and that the beauty that you have inside of yourself is very important. I want you to understand that we are all here, and that whatever you may be going through, we're here to inspire one another. We're here to help each other to grow, to understand the situations, and to elevate our process to a place of knowledge and focus, that we can see past any emotional blocks that might stop us from growing in an inspirational way. So as we push ourselves to grow inspiration through helping other people or through doing the best we can, even though we're not perfect, we can see that the beauty inside of ourselves is a place of growth. Using that growth is a beautiful thing, and this place is called inspiration. So I want to inspire us all to see that we are great. I want to inspire you to see who you are. I want to ask you, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are inside? Do you get in time with the lessons that you've learned? Do you get time for yourself to give yourself the ability to grow inside of you? And do you give yourself the ability to become that strongest person inside of you and to show as a reflection on the outside? One of those places is to start to understand that discipline and focus is the place in between. Knowledge and focus is discipline, and this discipline that we have inside of ourselves is a beautiful place, and that you are all beautiful when you start to see that this universe will bend and it will start to work in your favor. You'll start to understand that the person you are inside is a beautiful person, and that the things that you go through are absolutely great, and that you all have lessons that you've learned, that you are great, that you have things that you love to do, which is know how to do and know how to be, and that person, when you're honest with yourself, is a strong reflection, and that inspires us all to become that greatest reflection of ourselves. So each person helps one another. I do hope that you all have a blessed day as always, and namaste.